What's the crack, people? What's the bleeding story? Del Boy Gunner, Zach here. Going doing a video we talked about Vinay yesterday. We're going doing about actually before I say that, I just seen that Arsenal dropped more merchandise. I forgot to say it before the video. The more merch. It actually looks good, I must say. It does look nice. The tracksuit. I just seen a picture of Emil Smith Rowe. I wasn't on the website or anything like that. I just seen it and I just says, oh, that looks nice, but old school. But will not be buying it. That's a fact, and he won't be getting it neither. But anyway, yeah. So just wanted to say, yeah, I was talking about Vinay yesterday. He has to go, and today it's Edu Gaspar and the Missus. The Missus, she has the balls in her bag, as we say in Ireland, the Lirodi in the Mala. Mala Lirodi. People now, the Irish people watching, probably saying, oh my God, he's making a bleeding mess of that. But look, I don't care. Anyway, talking about him, done me journalist, me job. You know what I mean? Me put me journal hat on if you want. Just had a bit of research, just went through a few things and found a few things pretty easy to find. And Jesus Christ, there's obviously plenty to find on this player. Now I'm just reading from notes here. Obviously, it's not in my head. He's not someone that I like to. Wow, wonder what he's doing today. But yeah, look, he signed in 2019 on a 5-year deal. I didn't think it was that now myself, but yeah, 5 years. Let that sink in, 2019. So he's 2 years into that, so we've another 3 years to go of that. So, and you can only imagine the wages that he is on. And as I said in another video, he's best mates with Keo Jarabkin. Remember, bad with names. And his role is sporting director. So basically, I'm just gonna go in what his role is in a minute. But he signed for Arsenal in 2001. He was here till 2005. He made 30 appearances in the Invincible season, but I remember that wasn't from start. I think he was always sort of a sub coming on all the time. He never really started. He started a few games, but not as many as you think. It was always Silva and Paddy in midfield, the centre mid. Edu was sort of probably a bit of an attacker, slash in the mid, centre mid. But yeah, from what I remember, I didn't even go into the Invincible season because it just kills me to look at that. Just looking at the players we had and the team and the squad we had then, you know what I mean. It's a long distant memory now. But yeah, so he had 30 appearances now. I think he had something overall about 79 appearances overall for Arsenal. But I actually do remember him leaving under a dark cloud. He didn't just sort of go his merry way. I think he had a bit of a fucking kick up the arse, and he was sort of bad mountain. From what I remember, I didn't see that in anything. I looked up, and as it says, I only had a quick 10-minute look into him, But from what I remember, if you can remember yourself, just drop it in the comments. I'd be interested to know, because I'm not going to research him again, because he's just annoying me now, even looking at his face. And his missus' face as well. She probably didn't like leaving London, and Arsenal just says, no, do you know what? Fuck off, we're finished with you. And it was probably her doing it. I don't know. Probably wrong. What do I know? Just give me 1 second. I have to say hello to this fella. But yeah. So yeah, that was the sort of playing days. Now, I remember at the time, and we were linked to this fella, and I was hoping we'd get him, because his name is Raymond Rodriguez Verdejo, right? I'm making an absolute mess of this, but whatever. Also known to people as Monchi. I don't know if people can remember him. He's with Sevilla. I think he was still at Sevilla, but we were linked with him. But the Kroenkes went and all guns blazing for Edu, and obviously got him. I remember at the time I didn't want to do, because he was at Brazil, But international football and day-to-day club football, completely different game. 100% completely different game, because in Brazil, you just have to work with the players you have. International. At a club, you have to go look, and you have to have scouts. You have to have scouts in every country, every continent. Like, you have to go look for these players, young players. You can't just, these are coming up, this is what we have, let's work with it. So yeah, obviously club football, as you'd all know, much harder to sort of get players and scout them, and young players and everything like that. But yeah, Monchi, Sevilla, like, they're at the minute, they're second in the league, La Liga. You know, there you go. 2019 season, 2019-2020, they finished fourth. They were in the Champions League. 2020-21, they finished fourth again. There's progression for you. Champions League. This year they're into second. He's he's one that slipped through the net. And they finished. I think in the Champions League. I think they're out of the Champions League now. They're gone into the Europa League. But look, at least they were there. Where were we? We weren't even in Europe. But yeah, look, back to Edu, who we did go with. He is the sporting director. That's his role. And I'm just looking here. Yeah, his job, this is what Arsenal said. His job is to coordinate the work of our first team coaching group, the academy, and player scouting, and recruitment, in order to oversee the constant building up and efficiency strengthening of our squad. And that's the official Arsenal take on his job. So basically, he has done F all. He's not doing his job, because look at the state of the squad, the state of the contracts. The players that are leaving this year for free, Eddie, Laka, El Neni, they're all gone. Bye. Thank you. We paid money for you. We paid wages for you. And we're getting zero for your service. Who's that coming down to? You know what I mean? It's obviously sporting director, like, you know what I mean? He's the one who turns around and say, yeah, we want him in a contract because we don't want to lose money. Just sign him up and just tell him, yeah, look, we'll throw a few quid on your signing off fee or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Something like that. I don't know. I'm sure it's not rocket science, but I'm sure, like, if you like, let's say, get them to sign, because the reason why I'm saying this is because the directors at the time, Vinay, are me. If anyone goes under 2 years, we're going to sell them. There's 3 players, and there's probably more, obviously. I'm just thinking off the top of my head. But yeah, they're going for free. We miss out on a lot of money. Thanks, guys. He also sacked Steve Morrow. Remember, he was a big part of the Arsenal youth team for years, about 12, 13 years, I think. He was there, and Edu, see you later, Steve. Steve probably just bleeding, rocked up and told him where to go. He didn't like it. The missus didn't like it. Pack your bag, Steve, you're off. It's a job for the boys. It's all his mates. Gio Durang Krim, whatever you bleed and call him. He's a big dictator in Arsenal, because this player's going to leave a club. Yeah, here, you can go to Arsenal. Edu will sign you. Happy days. I get a few quid off Arsenal for the signing on fee. Thank you, Edu. So there you are. And also, before Arteta came in, Edu had to put a short list together for the Cronkies, and obviously he had Arteta on it. Thanks a million. What did he see that me or you or anyone else didn't see? Is like, what do we know? We're not professionals, and we're not anything like that. So I don't know, it's frustrating, but look, this is where we are now. We've a long way to go to rebuild this club, and you have to ask yourself, is Edu the man to do it? No, he's not, because he's the one who's after getting this club so far backwards, it's unbelievable. Him, Vinay, terrible, awful. They should be not even brought into an office or anything, like, just text them. It's like dumping them off. text them. That's all you do. Here, just pack your bags. What's to say in the contract there to get rid of you? Yeah, there you are. Just leave, will you? Just leave all your stuff in the office. We'll get someone in to just put everything that's in your office into a skip, because you have no contacts. You have no, like, wheeler dealer or anything like that. You are rubbish at your job, mate. Get out. Get out, Vinay, as well. Two of you here. There's a taxi. Get out. Just so sick of this. Like Arteta, as I said, I don't blame the guy. I don't dislike him. I like him as a human. He's a good guy and he's trying. He is being given this opportunity by Vinay, who I said yesterday, and Edu. He has been given the job and bucket loads of cash every week to run this club. Now you cannot turn around and say, "Oh, Arteta, just walk out." Why would you do that? You were captain of the club. Now you're manager of the club. Arsenal, one of the biggest clubs in England, in Europe, you know what I mean, in the world. The fan base alone, and that's what I'm talking about, the fan base alone is just ridiculous. And you're giving him the chance to manage the club. He's not going to turn around and just go, "Do you know what, here, take all the money back. I don't want to be Arsenal manager anymore." He's not going to do that, okay? So you can't blame him. It's these two guys that I talk about. Vinay, if you didn't see that video, just check it out, okay? It's him and Edu, okay? Obviously the Cronkays as well, but like, they're just American. They haven't a clue about football. And that's no disrespect to American people. I'm not saying American people don't know about football, but I'm saying the Cronkays, they have their American football teams and the basketball teams or whatever. They don't know football like any of us do. Like, we know football. We've been watching it since we're kids. You know what I mean? I'm not just talking about me. I'm talking about all the fan bases, all the Arsenal fan bases, the real ones, the rat army. That's what I'm talking about. And just these clowns to run our club into the ground the way it is. Do me a favour. I'm just so angry, and I'm gonna cool the jets for a minute, right? I'm just gonna say, right. So tomorrow I'm dropping another video. I'll be dropping it a bit earlier. It'll be probably during the day, probably at 1 or 2 o'clock in the day, because I'm going golfing tomorrow with me mates. I would have done that, but I had to do that because you wouldn't have seen it. But yeah, I'm dropping early because I'm going early, playing golf about 2-3 o'clock. I'm playing golf, and I'm gonna have a few creamy sherries. So while I'm cooling down here, I'm just gonna ask Zach what he thinks is gonna happen, because he won't be doing a video with me tomorrow. Just a quick Arsenal Southampton on Saturday. Will we win? Yes or no? Southampton, I'm not sure where they are in the league, but they're not exactly pulling trees up.
I think it will probably be 2-1 to Arsenal, or I think it will be probably 2-1 or 1-0.
1-0, yeah.
But no, I like, behind the scenes, I don't know much, but like the team I know.
Yeah.
Good, yeah.
So 2-1. Who do you think it'd score?
I'll say.
I know you're going to say one.
Smith Rowe and.
If we're getting 2 goals, so Smith Rowe 1. Martinelli or Laka or Adamian?
Yeah,
Martinelli, yeah. Okay, 2-1. There you go. There's Zach's prediction. I'll do a prediction, and probably if I hear anything of a press conference or anything like that, I'll just have a quick sort of scoot over and see what I think, But yeah, look, thanks a million for all the viewers watching the videos and liking, subscribing. Fair play to you all. Really appreciate it. We're just doing this for the crack. We're not looking to rule the internet or anything like that. We're just having the crack, that's all. And look, as I said, Edu, get out of the club, please. That's all I have to say. Thanks for tuning in. Like, subscribe. If you don't have to. It's no problem. Thanks for looking. Zach?
Bye, see ya.
See you later.